Okay, so I'm obviously out of bed today, which is good. Had a few interesting days. Yeah, I wasn't totally in bed, but I definitely struggled. Some new drugs and new injections I'm taking, I got to tell you, making me so nauseous. Anyway, let's get on to some more interesting stuff. Every day you're alive and well, just thank God and be happy. All right, so I thought I'd run you through this. I've got a client of mine, he's a good mate as well. Shouldn't always use the word client. To be honest, we're not a business anymore. We're not, I'm so used to my old days that, it's a bad word actually. Got a mate, excuse me, who's interested in a few Apollos. Now, I've got some base station Apollos, I've got some mobile Apollos, obviously, as you're seeing here. And they came in all different shapes and sizes, but really did they? I mean, when you start having a close look, they did a redo of the front, for this one here and these two here. This was definitely a little different, absolutely, the AP801. That was a lot later model, 801. Now, I think from memory, what are they, 701s, 801s? Now, as you can see, it's been a while. If I wrote on this that long ago that it's almost worn off that says TX RX works excellent. Well, let's hope that's true, because, that's 40. That's an 18, I reckon. There, 18... 40. Oh, well. Anyway, my mate is a collector who has bought some very interesting bits off me lately. I won't disclose who he is because that would be telling, wouldn't it? But thousands of dollars worth of bits. He's also been clever because he's a bit technical, he's a bit smart, and he's taken some bits off me that I haven't had time to get to. And he's a much better tech than I am. I can tell you now, if I told you his background and who he is, you'd go, no, he's definitely a clever fella. But he has the disease of still loving certain things, and we all have it, no question about that. And he's revisiting a few of the, CB era radios. He's actually bought very nice... Look, without giving too much away, because I never disclosed who bought this, he bought the ICOM IC780 off me, the Japanese version of the 781 that was so mint. Absolutely mint. Shouldn't have sold that. But I bought another 7851 to put next to my 7850. And I'm looking at this new 60 series if it comes out as well, out of ICOM, which we don't even know what that is yet, but next weekend we might find out more. Who knows? But... I'll certainly be on the buyers list for the, if they come out with a 7860, I can guarantee you if there's any way to buy it here in Australia with, it's a 5-year warranty in it, I'll definitely be a buyer for that. Don't really care about how much it costs. It's just a matter of being able to get one. It's not that easy. I can tell you now when these new radios come out. We haven't got Ross anymore. That's the thing. Ross, I could just leave it in Ross's hands. It was done. All I did, I sent Ross an email one night, wouldn't mind one of these 7850s. He said, done. Next thing I knew, I sent him 15 grand, and it was it. It was like done. And that's dealing with Ross. I'm going to miss Ross so much. All right, let's hook one of these up. Which one? Let's go with the one that said it actually works. Let's very quickly go through a few of these, and let's see if Brenton's. This is a while ago. This is definitely a while ago. Let me peel this off. We're going to be using a bit of spray and wipe. That wasn't very clever. See, Paul uses that blue tape that doesn't mark. Oh, it hasn't marked it, but it's just, I'm going to have to put a bit of spray and wipe on there for the glue. Let's have a look. Still a bit smeary, but that's better. Yeah, glows now. That's much better. All right. Well, let's back to hooking one up, I suppose. I took some dust off this one. Okay. We're on 27155. We're hearing, so that's a good sign. Let's have a look here. Take that down a fair way. And now we're at 0.5 microvolt. That's hearing beautifully. Okay, so number one radio, good. Now that's the attenuator they used to have. So basically you left it in RF gain. A lot of people used to change this over to here, put it on the dimmer so they could have a variable. But of course this one's completely stock. And does it work? Hello 1 2. Let me find out why it doesn't work. It said on the sticker, transmits, receives okay. Although I know that's not the right mic for it. Hang on. There. It could be a faulty mic. We'll have a look. Hang on 2 seconds. Yeah, it helps when you put an Apollo mic into it. Was a Citizen mic, so I think it's a faulty mic versus a faulty radio. Anyway, you get the point. versus the wrong wiring. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. Yeah, she's transmitting nice. Okay, good. That's sounding nice. So the other thing we like to check is whether all the digits are there, but it's looking nice and bright and beautiful, this display. Well, as per the sticker, bar the microphone we'd accidentally plugged into it, that's a worker. All right, number one. Just so you know, these all may be sold. He may buy the whole lot. So we love him for that because I need to clear some shelves. So just certainly get on to me if we're not able to do a deal on the whole lot. We're happy to separate them. This is a really nice example of one, and just take the dust off, and yeah, working well. All right, so pretty happy with that. That's very, very good. Actually, I just want to do one more thing. Yeah, the only thing we like to do is to go 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Just want to hear it. I want to hear the actual audio of it. Hang on, let's bring that Clarifier. Where's that the phone number? I can't see it here. Hang on, sorry about this. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. All right, there's a worker. Okay. And this one was a better idea, wasn't it? Put the sticker on the back instead of putting it on the top there and leaving residue. I'm learning, Mr. Ashby. Slowly. TXRX, excellent. What does it say? Excellent. Great example of mobile. I wrote that. Jeez, I'll tell you what. All right. Oh, you see, now I've got to wipe that bit of gluey rubbish off. No, Paul's still right. Use the blue tape. Bloody hell. All right. So, yeah, this is a plated 18. Now, I'll tell you who loves these things more than anything on the planet. There is no bigger lover of 18 channel units than Pete up there in Queensland. I won't go into last names and everything, but you know who you are. He loves 18 channels. He'll pay more for an 18 than he will a 40 sometimes, so if it's the right radio. Just big tip. No question about that. He's avid 18 collector. Okay, this one's a 40, but I'm going to leave it on 1, 2, 1, 2. Yep, 1, 2, 1, 2. Hello, 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 hello. Oh, yeah, lots of power coming out of this thing. Good. All right. If I'm on there, let's see. Go to SRF. I suppose we want to have a look at why. Let me get some signal set up. There's a reason why channel 16 wasn't working. I started this conversation with, it's a 40, not a 40, it's an 18. All right. So it's an 18, all the digits working, just went through that. And we're receiving quite nicely on this one. And so my little blurb about it was pretty right. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 1, 2. Oh, we can hear ourselves, hang on. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2. Yep, no problems there. Just bring that down to about 0.5 a microvolt. Come down, turn that volume up. Turn the squelch probably around the other way. That's about, oh, sorry. That's not 0.5. Sorry, that's 0.5, get it right. So, yeah, actually, that's receiving better than the other one. It's not bad. Now, the dimmer still working as a dimmer. Yep, so these are very standard, where the RF gain became the attenuator, noise blanket, blah, blah, blah. So, another one that works. All right, 2 down. My mate, just so you know, this knob here is a little bit average on this. Just you'll need to just sort of look. I can do it, or you can, but it's just a little bit loose on that shaft. It's one of the non-knurled shafts that they've used. And anyway, just as a point of interest, so you know. Okay, this is one that, as you can see, a lot of them used to get a lot of wear down this bottom area. Now, the other two I've just shown you don't have any wear at all because they just weren't used that much. But as people would flick their fingers down and do, different people had different sort of things on their hands at the time. And the Apollo suffered badly if you didn't sort of, be a bit careful. Now, this one I reckon's got a VCO that needs replacing. The reason I say that is when I inject a signal into it, I'm injecting right now, nothing. When I transmit, nothing, 1, 2. 9 times out of 10 with an old unit like this, we rattle the mode selector 100 times just in case, and don't get me wrong, I should spray it really. And what we're trying to do there is just see if we can get anything to come about. And this is a bit of a fault finding on, let's put a lot more signal. Oh, hang on. No, it's not a VCO. No, it'll be an output. You watch. Yeah. Oh, no, could be. Still could be a VCO. No, still could be a VCO. Sorry. I was about to say no, that it's just an output pulling down the receive. But what would have been... So just a bit of fault finding 101. We're on 27,155. We're putting in a lot of injection of signal at the moment. By the time we go to, 30 kcs up, we should have lost that signal. See how we've got it everywhere? That's that floating VCO. All right. So basically, the VCO module is most probably extremely dead. You put a new one in, and look. It still can be mode selector related, but I doubt that very much. No, I would say... All right, so we've got one here, I would say VCO block, that needs to go into. And look, it's probably the one that you'd have to decide whether you wanted to. I mean, you can get... There's a new company, I believe, that's doing this front panel that someone was telling me about. So you can actually get that whole electroset, you know what I mean, the decal to go on that. I'm not sure who it was now. I don't think it was you, Paul, telling me. Somebody was telling me about someone's doing some of the Australian versions. Look, don't hold me to that because I don't have a definite way for you to procure one of those at the moment. But this would be a pretty easy fix. The other thing we do is this. And see how nothing still happens? Now, that probably seemed a bit over the top, but trust me, dry joints do happen. And sometimes, don't laugh, sometimes... if you saw the way we trash the boards when we've got covers off and we've got to check, it's just part of the game. And, I mean, that was a little bit of a comedic routine just then. We don't actually do it that way. But, yeah, please don't smash your radios. But you do take the covers off, get a screwdriver. How we generally do it is screwdriver, like so, and we... on the boards, tap, 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 and you'll find somewhere that there's a dry joint. This is not a dry joint. I guarantee you this is a VCO block. Unless I was to find that, there was a million switches or something going on, or someone's played with the PLL, and that's another possibility, I suppose, that, but the symptoms tell me VCO. All right, next one. Okay, another good one. This is a 40, so to be very clear, the AP80 ones were all 40s, so that's fairly common. Let's have a look here. Gee, that's a hot receiver, actually. That's very good. Yeah, no, that's good receiver. All right. See if we got any transmit on it. 1 2 1 2 3 4 5. I'm just listening on my monitor at the moment. 1 2 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, this one's a good one. 1 2 1 2 1 2. Let's see. We're in the DX position. So of course this one, same sort of thing. They just repositioned a lot of this DX local. The 801 they tried to sort of change a bit of the format of it, and I think the most obvious thing that you own an AP801, and I don't mind pointing this out, this was on just about every one I ever saw, and people initially thought that maybe it had just rubbed off, but then they had a look at it and they went, hang on, no, nothing's rubbed off. They've spelt the word Clarifier. Now, if you had a coin that had, this spelling mistake on it, you'd be worth a lot of money, like they... yeah, so I don't know. We didn't even pick it up. We bought these in brand new at Jensen Electronics, and we had them set up, working on the shelf, and you could come along. And I mean, I must have been like a month we had one of these sitting around the place, and we still hadn't picked up that it's a Clarifier. I reckon it was Dave Green, my business partner, that picked it up at the time. I reckon it might have been. It was either him or Mike. Out in the sales area. No, I reckon it was Dave. I reckon he saw it. And we all walked over it and said, no, he can't be. Then we opened another box, Clarifier, another box, Clarifier, another box, Clarifier. Anyway, all right, so that's the Clarifier radio, AP801. I reckon it makes it more collectible, honestly. I really do. I think it's amazing that... I honestly don't know if they ever changed any of that, or, sort of... if in the later versions, because we only stocked them for about, we'd buy 100 at a time, so of course it took us a while to get through our 100 from Atari Electronics that we used to access these from, and I think we did maybe a couple of hundred of these in Adelaide over about a year, and then the model changed, it was just gone. So yeah, the Clarifier radio. All right, that's one more to go, I think. Is that right? Hang on, look down here. Oh, the silver one. Yeah. Silver one to go. Okay, the last one, I just pulled the cover off. Someone's done a bit of a jerry rig on the back here. And I just thought, you know what, I'll just come into the volume control on-off switch. And also someone's changed the mic wiring on this one here. So I don't have a mic that fits it exactly. But I would say, let's call this one a, sort of a worker. The dimmer works. Yes. That's just really meaningless. All right. Etc. etc. What am I looking at here? Can I see anything there? Hang on. What frequency am I on? Oh, I cannot read this display. It's got so... Oh, hang on. I'm on sideband. That's not going to work. Can I see that? Oh, yeah, there's about... I think that reads 155. Yeah, I need that new monitor. I'll tell you what, it's getting... Yeah, look, this one's going to need a little bit of looking at. So I'm just having a look at what they've been up to in here. That's an easy fix there. That's no problems. And someone's got an aftermarket VCO in there. Give me a second. I might just see if that just needs readjusting, actually. I'm just wondering about that. Well, the good news is there's a new monitor coming, but that screen, yeah, it's actually dilapidated to the stage I can't even read it now. So with this one, yeah, while I've got it in front of this monitor, I'm in a bit of trouble. Look, I'm just going to call this a... I don't want to do much without having my test equipment to diagnose. But we're going to call this one a worker. It has got a 40-channel switch in it, and yeah, somebody for some reason I think has changed the wiring of the. Some people used to do this. I don't know why. They would decide that all their other mics and their bass mics are Uniden, so they'd change the wiring to Uniden on the back of the radio. It happened quite a bit anyway. Yep, that one is one that we'll do a deal on. I just haven't got time to look at these at the moment. Look, I'd have this up and running in 30 minutes, maybe 45 minutes, but I just really have not got the time to muck around with them. So that one is what it is, but if we do a deal on all of them, it will probably all come out in the wash. All right, well, that has been a bit of a perusal at a whole lot of Apollo radios. It's a nice range of them. Now, I've got quite a few base stations as well coming up. And my client wasn't actually as interested in bass as he likes the mobiles. That's okay. Client, I use that word. Mate, client, friend. Yeah. Anyway, all right. I'll put the screws back in this one. And but yeah, obviously, if he doesn't buy them all, we've got a few Apollos that will be coming up. And there's some really nice. The wood grain ones, I think, are the pick of the bunch. They're really nice. And if you buy them all, I mean, obviously you can take a switch out of this one and put in the other one, and blah blah blah, and lots of different options. Although I wouldn't do that. I'd want to bring this one back to life. Which won't be hard. These are worth too much money. We sold one to a chap in South Australia recently. We sold two of them. Two of them went for, oh, geez, Jamie, $550. I think $550, something like that. So look, so they're not rubbish. There's no question about that. I think he took a wood grain and a silver fronted one. Anyway, doesn't matter. That's the name of the game. I've got to get some stuff off the shelves, and you guys want to buy some collection radios, so hey, we've got a match made in heaven. All right, I'll get this video uploaded and off to the mate of mine down in Melbourne, at least he can know what he's looking at. Cheers, guys. All the best.